Okay, hello, Facebook family and friends, and YouTube family and friends. My name is Jackie Taylor, and I am the CEO of We Buy Homes Incorporated. I started We Buy Homes Incorporated 2 years ago after listening to Donald Trump. And so I want to start this broadcast off by saying thank you to the people that did help me to get to this point. And that first person would be Donald Trump. The reason I am thanking Donald Trump is because I have been at real estate for a very long time. Decades, I have been trying to become successful at real estate. And 2 years ago, when Donald Trump was running for office, he said some things about his business that really interested me. And so, because I didn't follow or like his politics, I moved away from that and moved to YouTube and followed his business on YouTube. And so one of the most important things that he taught me is that your business is supposed to be separate from your personal life. And I didn't quite understand that because every business that I had used my personal information for me to run it. And so when he said you don't exactly have to do that, I decided I would start following him. And if everything worked out okay, I would come to you guys and tell you it did. And then if it didn't, I probably wouldn't even have mentioned it. But it did turn out to be okay. And so 2 years ago, I started the business program that taught you how to separate your personal life from your business life. And they taught you that your business had to have its own credit separate from your personal credit. Now that I had never heard of before. And so I built up my business. I did everything that they asked me to do. I established my trade lines, which is the first thing you have to do. And then it's revolving credit. And after that, they give you the money to fund your project if you do everything that they ask you to do. And so 2 years ago, I started this process, and I have done everything that they asked me to do. And so at the end of May, I will have been in business for 2 years. And that is the basic requirements for them to fund your project. And so now is the time for me to start talking about what's to come in June, because that would make it my business 2+ years. Trade lines, we'll discuss another time. Revolving credit, you already know what that is, but this is in your business name only. So I don't use my social security number to run my business. I built up my business credit for my business so that it could stand on its own 2 feet. So over the 2 years, I did something a little different. I started purchasing the equipment that you would need to fix up a house. And so I went on YouTube and I looked at everything that Fix and Flip, Fix It Up, and all of those programs, the equipment that they used on the inside. And then I went to videos for lawn care. And I looked at the equipment that they used for their profession. And so I purchased that equipment also. So we have everything that we need to fix up a house in Detroit, which is where all of this is going. So thank Donald Trump for showing me that there is a way to become successful in real estate. And out of all the years that I have been doing this, This is the first. Okay. So thank him. The second person that I would like to thank is Juan Pablo. He is on YouTube and he teaches you how to separate your credit, your personal credit from your business credit. Credit Suite is on Facebook and YouTube, and they also teach you how to separate your business from your personal. And oh, another gentleman, I am so sorry. So next time I am going to give a shout out to the other gentlemen that helped me throughout this process. But those are the three gentlemen that helped me follow the process that Donald Trump said that we should follow to become successful. And so now we are almost to the 2 years, and I have did my part. I've purchased every piece of equipment that we need to fix up a house. At the end of the 2 years, they will give me the funding that I need to purchase a house and the funding to pay people to help me fix it up. So that's where we are now. If you go on Facebook, my Facebook page, Jackie Taylor, and scroll down, you will see the different equipment that I have purchased over the last 2 years. DeWalt 9-piece cordless tool set, drywall repair kit, cement repair kit, lawn care, every piece of equipment, Sunjo products. If you just go on YouTube and pull up Sunjo products, they have every piece of equipment that you could ever need to repair on the outside. And so now we come to why we're here today. The first thing that I would like to do once this process is complete is to purchase a 4-unit apartment building. It could be a 2-unit, but I would prefer a 4-unit. The reason for the 4-unit is 3 of the units would be apartments. And those would be people who want to be a part of this process, would live in those apartments while we get the homes together, and then they would transition from the apartments to the homes that we fix up. And that's the cycle that we would use. That's for the 3 apartments in a unit. But for one of the apartments in a unit, I want that to be a resource center. And so what do I mean by resource center? The first room would be a tutoring center. And so that's where we would teach the kids reading, math, and science, and also homework, help with the homework. The second room would be a preventative clinic. The preventative clinic would be for the purpose of taking vital signs for the people who are part of this process, foot inspection. Foot inspection is important because you can catch things early doing preventative care that would allow us to send you to the clinic as opposed to having to go to the emergency room. And in a couple of weeks, I will have on a guest, and she is the president and CEO of Ring Greater Staff, and that's a nursing agency, and she wants to provide the nurses for the preventative clinic. And so thank you, Rosemary Garth and RN BSN, and she'll be on to talk to you about the importance of having preventative care. That's number 2. The third room would be solar panels or solar cells. Solar cells are cells that you put together in series that becomes a solar panel. Solar panel is what you put up on the roof to give you electrical power driven by the sun. And so once you put solar on the roof, the sun charges up the solar charges up your battery, the battery charges up the inverter, and the inverter is where your plugs are, and you can plug up your lamps, your computer, typewriter. I'm sorry, maybe not typewriter. I think I just dated myself. Computer, tablet, cell phone. Depending on how much solar you have on your roof, that dictates how many things you can run in your household. So you're not limited to solar panels, and you're not limited to batteries. So of course, the more batteries you have, the more batteries that's being charged by the sun, which you use for the inverter, and you can use it to power the equipment in your house. And so that's why solar is so very important. Did you know if you pull enough power from solar, you can sell that energy to the energy company? Yeah. So that's another room that's so very important. And so if any engineers are out there, we're looking for you to help these young men learn how to build solar panels and put them up on the roof of homes in Detroit. The next room would be, business. And so in that room, it would be computers for you to do resumes, and printers to print out your resumes, and information on business credit, how to start your business, the 2-year program, how you go through the 2-year program. And obviously, it would be easier on you than it was on me. Trial and error, mine, yours would be following from me. And so that would be the business area. The last area that I would cover would be in the basement, and that would be a theater. I love this idea. In one of the rooms in the basement, we would have a theater. And that way you can come in from work and you're tired and you and your family want to do something really nice. You can go into the theater, watch a nice movie, eat popcorn, juice, water, pop, and we would supply that also, and just have a nice time and save a few dollars in the process. So that's the theater. Now the other areas would be for people who want to be a part of this process, and they do have something that they would like to bring to the table, that would be your opportunity, because that would leave living room, dining room, kitchen. I don't do kitchen. So that would leave living room, dining room, kitchen, and whatever other areas that I have not covered. So that would be that. Now, for the resource center, the last area that I would have would be a rental area. And that would be for men who are 25 and older, have their driver's license, have a vehicle, and have insurance. If you are that person, you would be able to rent the lawn care equipment and go out and service the people in Detroit, make your money, bring the equipment back. If you are a licensed or unlicensed home repair person, you would also have that same ability. There are a lot of things in Detroit we can do to fix up and clean up. And now we have the equipment to do that. And so my no excuses does not mean that anybody has ever made an excuse. It's to say now there is no excuse. There is no house that we could not fix up. Detroit has a lot of homes for $1,000 for sale that need to be repaired. An agency that I worked with when I was a real estate agent has a lot of homes for $3,000 that needs to be repaired. And obviously there are homes that are more expensive that need to be repaired than that. But to be able to do that with the equipment to put families back in the homes is a major thing for me. My whole life has been about real estate. I knew real estate would make us successful, and being successful, we can pass that on to others. And so the goal here is to pass on to others what we know before we leave. And so for Black History Month, on my Facebook page, you'll see the history of persons or people in the Black community that have done extraordinary work and has not gotten the credit for it, but they will. And so over the next month, we'll do YouTube, Black History, someone that the school system does not teach you about, someone that the school system does not teach your children about, but they should know about. And so inventors, Black scientists. Oh my God, we have so many important people that our children have not heard about. So for this month, we will be covering that on YouTube, and we will also be covering that on my Facebook page /Jackie Taylor. And you'll see two ladies standing side by side, and that's my sister Linda, and she's in Vegas. And that's a picture in Vegas when we went to Vegas. So you can check out my Facebook channel, look at the equipment that we have. You can go on YouTube. If you pull up Sunjo products, they will show you every product that Sunjo sells. They take it out the box, they put it together, they show you how it works. Pay special attention to the pressure washer because that's very important, and you should pay special attention. Questions will be asked about the pressure washer before you will be able to use that. For the inside is DeWalt 9-piece cordless tool set. If you go to YouTube and pull up DeWalt 9-piece cordless tool set, you'll see them taking it out the box, telling you what each piece is and what it does. For painting, it's the Wagner Sidekick. If you go on YouTube and type in Wagner Sidekick, they take it out the box, they put it together, and they show you how it works. Drywall repair kit. If you go on YouTube, put in drywall repair kit, I think it was only 3 or 4. They show you how to repair drywall. There's probably other things that I haven't covered, but if it's needed to fix up a home in Detroit, I have it. If it's needed to fix up the outside of a home in Detroit or clean the outside of a home in Detroit, I have it. And so that's why I say no excuses. This is how we move forward in 2018. And that's all that I have for today. If you have any questions, you have any comments, you can type them into the box. And Wednesday at 7 p.m., I'll be back and we'll discuss the questions that you have. Okay. Talk to you soon.